Make your voice heard. Join the Council for the Model Aquatic Health Code. Lend your expertise to the MAC, science-based guidance from the CDC, and the only all-inclusive national pool code that addresses current aquatic issues. Learn more at cmac.org. That's cmahc.org.
And two. Wait, one. Are there any hurricane songs?
I am not sure, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Hey, welcome, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Talking Pools, the Tuesday show. This is Andrea. Hi. I'm here with
Paulette. Hi.
We were talking before this, so like saying hi to you is weird.
I know.
A second time.
Let's cheers, though.
Hold on.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers to having a potentially real shitty week. Hold on.
Yeah, it's going to be shitty, all right.
Here's to potentially having a real shitty week in front of us.
It's going to be a shitty week. I mean, nothing but rain. For us, the poor people on the West Coast, is really shitty for them.
I know, that's going to be really shitty. And so if anybody needs anything from us, please let us know. Our thoughts, our prayers, all of that are with you guys. It looks like we're going to get a whole bunch of rain on Wednesday. I think it's projected to be like a category 1 when it hits our side.
Yeah. Or a tropical storm.
Or a tropical storm.
It depends on if it goes more north or more south. The one I just saw said we'll be getting like 55 mile an hour winds, like sustained, but I don't know. Who knows? Just still got another day, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be not good, that's for sure.
Well, so how did you prep because we both worked today. It's Monday. How did you prep all of your pools? Did you prep anything? Did you even do anything?
No, but today when I went to work, I cleaned a couple because it's so weird when you walk. I was like, in my head, I'm not going to clean any single pools today. I'm going to add stabilizer and chlorine and, anything else, but those two major things, right? I would go up to a pool, it wouldn't be raining, and I'm like, this is so weird. I can't walk away from this pool without cleaning it.
I know, yes. You gotta do it because it's stupid.
It is, and I started a new customer today, even though they weren't there. I'm like, I gotta clean their freaking pool. So anyways, I did, but then towards the end, I did have a customer that their pool normally gets pretty dirty. It wasn't that bad. And when he was kind of shocked to see me, and he goes, I guess it's good you're going to clean the pool today. And I go, I'm not going to clean it. I'm just going to put chemicals in so you don't get algae. And he's like, okay, no problem. So they're if anybody doesn't understand, then you don't want them as a customer.
Well, I was going to say, you don't want them as a customer for sure, but that means they're either not from here or they're just assholes. I did my whole route today. I took my pull out a couple of times and cleaned some because I was in the rain as well all day too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really lightning so much, but I mean, you can't see.
No, exactly.
That's what blows my mind with some people that are like that try to be like, oh, pool guys get wet. Oh, afraid of getting wet. No, it's not about getting wet. I can't see in the pool with the rain on top of it. Even if you use
the bottom, you can't see
soap,
nothing.
Even if you use Jack's surface mat, you still cannot see if it's raining super hard and disturbing the surface. You can't see into the bottom of the pool. So what the fuck are you doing? You're just moving your vacuum around. It's pointless.
Yeah.
So
and then you get those. Okay, now I don't have any customers like this. None of my customers would freak out if I didn't clean their pool today or this rest of this week. None of
mine complained today that I know of.
Yeah, and none of them would be like, you need to come back and clean the pool. Because you know what? I wouldn't have those people as customers. Now, it's just me. I don't have a bunch of people that work for me. So because when I did work for a company, I remember them complaining because it was raining. And they were like, are you going to come back? And I'm like, no, because I got to work on Saturday. Like fuck you, I'm not working on Saturday. So
well, they don't understand.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, you can't. If it rains and you miss like 6 pools or you miss a whole route or whatever of vacuuming, like you cannot make that up. The next day you're going to be working behind the whole entire week. So
right. So you just got, you know what? You're not going to use your pool anyways. So what do you
yes, you're not
know?
going to use your pool in the rain. You're not going to swim.
No,
You're not having no freaking party before a
no,
hurricane or any
no.
major storm. So no, I did, like I said, I netted a few pools. I took a couple of I took the pole to a couple of pools, and then for the most part when it was raining I just added chlorine
Me too.
to all the salt pools, to every single pool. So
Yeah, me too.
and I had my commercial too this morning, so I just put extra chlorine in the tank in the chemical
Right.
feeder.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
And
So,
they get extra special treatment from now on because they did not put the furniture in the pool.
oh, yes.
So
I'm waiting for those. I'm waiting
I'm
for
gonna bring
those.
them flowers or something for
There you
that.
go. I'm waiting for a handful of customers to call me and be like, "Can you come in that water out of the pool?" I'm like, "No, your pool's not overflowing."
So this lady on Facebook, in the city that I live in one of the recommendation groups, someone made a post about don't drain your pool, don't, a couple of tips. And I don't
Right.
know who this person was, but they were legit helpful tips. And so I kind of started interacting with the post. And this lady commented and was like, "No, you have to drain a couple of inches out." And so I made the mistake of replying to her and telling her, no, that's actually not correct. And so some of the answers I got from her were, well, that's not what the internet says. I Googled it and that's not what the internet says. I've owned several pools and I've never heard that before. That's
That's the
interesting.
best
I've
one.
never heard that before. Oh, well, I've had several pools and all of the builders that I worked with told me that it's okay that I should drain water. I'm like, okay, nobody listened to fucking builders, lady. Okay, nobody should be listening to builders. I'm sorry, builders, you're not listening to me either.
Okay,
So
I was gonna have a little bitch on that one too. Yeah, they also tell you that a salt pool, you
someone
don't
needs
need
no
anything.
chemicals.
You
I
don't
was
need
waiting for
anything in a
her.
salt pool, and it's not chlorine.
I
That's
was
what
going to
builders tell
respond
them.
that I was going to respond that as well to her, but then I figured that might make me just look like kind of an argumentative asshole. So she responded with this big long thing. Like I kind of paraphrased it a second ago, and I was like, I just said it's not right. Oh, and then she tagged another pool guy that lives in my city that I'm not friends with him on Facebook, but I know who he is because I know his company. But anyway, so she tagged him. He hasn't responded to her yet that I've seen. But then I hit her with the math because she was like, "Oh, well, what harm is that gonna do?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Well, if you have a pool that's 12 by 12, let's say, which whatever, you have a pool that's 12 by 12, 1 inch is 90 gallons, and that weighs 747 pounds. So you're making the pool lighter by letting water out. You're putting it at more risk for popping." And then she hit me with, "Oh, everyone in my neighborhood does it," and blah, blah, blah. And then again with the, "I've never heard that before." Like, lady. And then, so then I go, that's when I said, "It's just a recommendation, do what you want." And she goes, "Well, you don't have to be snarky. I was just asking a question." Like, bitch, no, you were not just asking me a question. You were telling me that you've never heard that before. And so I stalked her page a little bit. And if she keeps fucking with me, I'm going to be like, "Listen, if this was a post about making a souffle and I commented something that wasn't entirely correct." Yeah. And you were trying to help me by giving me information that I was missing. And I said, "Well, that's not what the internet says." You would probably think I was a little bit of a jerk, wouldn't you? So sorry about, maybe sounding snarky. It wasn't meant snarky, but
Listen,
fuck you, lady.
What you know what? You can't argue with these people because it doesn't matter.
No,
They're
I
not going to
didn't.
listen to what you say
Oh,
anyway.
for sure. And
It's
that's why I said
already in her head.
my final response was, like I said before, if you feel like you need to do it to make yourself be safer, go right. I'm not stopping you. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just letting you know that there's a possibility of the risk of the pool popping. That's all it is. So anyway, that's how people are with, and we've had, I think today they said that we got 9 calls, over the weekend asking to drain pools. So
Yeah, that's going to happen. I already know, and I already know which ones are going to do it. And it's so frustrating because your pool is not overflowing. That rain that's coming down is going to be on your deck regardless.
it's
of
going to
how
be on the
full the
deck,
pool
or
is.
it's, you know, exactly that. I don't understand why people think that it's like a glass that's going to tip over and just rush
No.
their house with water. It's not the fucking ocean. Like it
Exactly.
blows my mind, like people
Me
that
too.
think that way.
I know. It's crazy.
So
Ooh,
anyway, builders,
so much.
cut the shit. I swear to God, we
So
should get one
much.
of them on here and
There's
just start
so much
throwing shit
they
at
do.
them
No, because it would not be a good thing. Because
to throw shit at the builders.
I mean, it would be fun
Okay.
and satisfying, but then,
Yes.
but yeah.
I
I just
also
know
wanted to
that
be like, how many builders ripped people off and built shitty pools? Like, who are you listening to? Like, you know, ooh, whew. She didn't piss me off, but like,
listen,
damn, like,
there's
I wish I could
yeah.
just keep going, but you know, it's stupid to
I
keep
know,
going.
yeah.
Anyways,
It is. And whatever.
because like you said, she's not going to change her mind, but
She's not.
it's
You're not gonna change
just,
your mind
you know,
because you're
oh no,
just you're just the lowly pool
I'm the clean.
cleaner.
Yes,
You
exactly.
didn't build the pool, so you are not smart. Nobody is smart. We're not educated like builders
Like,
are that put filters and pumps right up against a fucking house where you can't get the back of the pump off to
and
change it.
they put the influent line over the fucking right
Ooh,
over the pump
yeah,
lid and shit. Like, okay.
yeah, yeah, okay. All right,
Anyway,
anyways.
so well,
Well, we're on the
I mean,
hurricane
since we're
subject,
talking
so
about
yeah,
hurricanes, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let me pull up because I wanted to go over.
Rudy had
Have
a
you
post
seen
also, I think.
Rudy talked about it? I know Wayne and Steve talked about it, so if anybody wants to go listen to their episodes, go right ahead. I wanted to pull up the FSPA's do's and don'ts because the only one that I don't like is the whole they tell people to put furniture in the pool. Yes, and they say not to throw it into the pool, to gently place it if that's the only place that they can. And I don't mean to single out them either. It's something that a lot of people will say. And so everything else I think they nailed everything.
Is this like new, like this year?
Yes.
Maybe they changed their ideas on that.
Nope. It's going to take me a second to find it.
Maybe they just mean plastic furniture and not metal.
I think that they do mention that, but give me a second because
I'm an FSP.
I know. That's why I'm not like singling them out as like saying, oh, but it's just something that I see like lots of people saying, and I like their whole infographic on it. But guess what I cannot find?
Speaking of furniture, I have a question.
What?
Well, I just have a question. So, you know how when you have like the furniture that goes in the pool and it sits like on the swim
ledge
out thing or
loungers
whatever,
and
the
stuff?
ledge. Yeah. How come those discolor where the water is sitting? You know what I mean? They're always discolored right there where the water lines hit.
You mean the
So I
chairs
have
themselves?
so I have a brand new customer that's blaming it on the pool guy. But I'm like, I don't see how that's his fault.
What kind of
It's like
discoloration?
plastic. It's like
No,
the
I mean what
chairs,
color?
like yellowish. They look yellow.
Are they legit ledge loungers or are they
Yeah.
generic ones?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I don't think I've ever seen the legit ledge lounger ones turn that color. And I would say if they did, see if they're still under some type of warranty. Because those things are expensive. The actual ledge loungers, they're very expensive. If it's like a cheap knockoff Amazon one, I would say
Maybe that's why. Okay.
it's probably because it's a cheap knockoff Amazon version. But
But what
'cause
would make it turn like yellowish colored, discolored, instead of white, like where it sits in the water?
Iron would do that.
Okay.
Were they using tabs before? Was it a tab pool?
No, it's a salt pool. It's a salt system pool.
Well, some idiots still put tabs in skimmer baskets even though it's salt pools. So
I have no idea what they did before me. Don't know.
is like the if you look inside the skimmer basket, is that like orangey reddish?
I don't think so.
No. That would be a clue.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Try get like some metal gone or like a metal remover
Okay.
and put it on a towel and do like a spot, like a test spot,
Okay.
and then see if that helps. Maybe
Okay. So it might be metals in the water. Okay.
it might be metals, or like I said, it might just be a cheap piece of shit chair.
Okay. I gotcha.
And then it's just the plastic that just discolors. It could just be
Do
old.
you have any like that?
None that are yellow or orange that I can think of, but I do. Excuse me. I do have some that will get like the black scum line on them.
Oh, I've never had a black scum line. I've just seen them where it kind of yellows, gets orangey yellowish.
Start by noticing. Start by checking if they're like the name brand.
Okay, and they're all of them that I've noticed is in salt generators, chlorine generator pools.
Well, that would probably be iron then.
Okay, well that makes sense. Okay,
Try. Just,
all right.
Yeah,
We gotta
try.
pause. We gotta pause for a minute.
Oh my god. Okay.
I gotta pee break. Continue.
Okay. So I found the tips that are good that everyone should follow and share with their customers. Okay, so you can go on their Facebook, the Florida Swimming Pool Association, and this
FSPA.com.
Well, that's the website, but on Facebook, it's Florida Swimming Pool Association. I couldn't find it at first because I was trying to type in FSPA, and it wasn't really. It wasn't taking me to it. Anyway. Okay, so here are the do's. Shock your pool beforehand. Okay, we all know.
That's what I've been doing all day.
That's what I did. I just threw a jug of chlorine in every single pool.
I did that and stabilizer.
Oh, I didn't do stabilizer. I figured I'll do it afterwards. But yeah, good idea. Trim branches and take deck items indoors, which I'm not doing. I'm not trimming other people's shit, so
No.
I'll trim my own branches.
Yeah, but then also you're not supposed to put debris out to the road right before a hurricane.
Hold on. I hit my earbud and Spotify started playing. Oh, that was very scary. Okay, whoops. Okay, so I guess if you share it with your homeowners, it says, take deck items indoors.
Yes, I get that.
But you're also not supposed to leave.
Don't put them in the pool.
Well, we'll get to that. But you're also not supposed to leave your tree trimmings and yard debris outside either. Take them dump.
In? Oh, okay.
If you trim, no, I know, but if you trim trees and you trim things and yards and stuff like that, hold on a second. All right, so I forgot. I lost our place. Do shock your pool. And then trim branches and take deck items indoors, or you can tell them to do it. Or if you want to be nice, I guess. I wouldn't touch people's furniture, though. That seems like a liability.
No, but also not your job. So,
right. Well, this is meant to be shareable. So, turn off power at the circuit breaker to your pool equipment before the storm. Because
do you agree with that?
Well, I would say yes, because you don't want people running out there during the storms, to shut their pool equipment off.
Yeah, but why do you gotta shut your pool equipment off? Who cares? It's raining.
Well,
I mean, I say commercial pools. I know somebody that does his commercial pools and he shuts them off.
Well, they say that so that if the power goes out, there won't be a surge if it all comes back on and potentially catch fire or something else. Because if there's damage or whatever and the pump comes back on and it would be dangerous for it to do so, it's better to just have it off before the storm, I think, is the
maybe I'll
logic behind that. So, and then, you don't want to be running out in the middle of the storm to try and be fucking with circuit breakers. So before it gets bad, they're saying to just shut it off. And then when it's safe to do so, just turn it all back on. Okay, so here are the do nots, and we'll get into a little bit of detail on those other things. So here are the do nots. Do not drain your pool which is what we were talking about at the beginning of this. And like I was trying to explain to the lady on Facebook, you're removing weight from the pool. So like I said, my example was a 12 by 12 pool. 1 inch of water weighs 89 pounds. That's 747 gallons and some change. So that's just an example. But, and then where's that water going that you're draining? Into the ground. So don't drain your pool. Builders, stop it. Stop telling people this. I was almost going to say, I'm supposed to say do not first. I almost said use your pool during the storm. Wait a minute. Do not
use your pool. Why not?
Do not use your pool during the storm.
Hunkered down. You need some exercise. Jump in that pool.
I wonder if you could swim from your pool to your neighbor's pool at that point.
If your neighbor had a pool, and if you had a pool, maybe you could.
Okay. And then here we go. Do not throw deck furniture into your pool. If you cannot take an item indoors, gently place them in the pool. Which, I mean, okay.
Well, why can't you
just
take them inside?
Because some people are hoarders and they don't have room for their patio furniture and stuff. I don't know.
Well.
The commercial that I was at today, my commercial had all of the tables laying flat. They turned them over and had them laying flat, and they took the glass tops off of them and put them down in the storage cabinet. And then they turned all the chairs over so they're flat, and they put them all up against the hedges.
This is what I did for my own personal pool.
I mean, I think that's a very, very acceptable.
Yes, I did the same thing. I turned my tables upside down. I took the glass off the one, brought the glass inside, and I flipped that one upside down because it's a big heavy metal one. I stacked the chairs on top of each other, and I put everything in my screened-in porch because my pool is not screened in, but I have a screened-in porch. And then I have a tiki bar, so I put all of my bar stools, I put them all behind the tiki bar. I laid them all down.
I see.
So I have nothing. It looks like a freaking ghost town in my backyard.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I did because I don't want, I didn't want to put I'm not putting anything in my pool. I'm not putting metal in my pool.
And this was my final straw, that I will never take someone's furniture out of their pool again if they choose to. If someone chooses to put that in the pool, that's on you to get it out. I'm not touching it. Yep. And also you don't get to complain about any of the stains or any of the gouges or any of the marks. And if it does nothing and we're all overreacting, then fine, it does nothing and you lucked out and just keep on doing it. But whatever. The last straw for me was a customer that I don't know if they threw it. I mean, it was sitting at the bottom of the pool. So whether they placed it or whether they threw it is irrelevant to me. It was wooden, and nailed together and very old and pretty much trash already when they decided to add it to the pool, we'll call it.
Whether it was gently or violently.
Yeah, I mean, it was violent trying to take it out. Let's put it that way. I basically pulled it apart because the wood was so fucking waterlogged. And I didn't hurt myself or anything like that. I just was mad.
Well, and it takes more time. So there you go. Charge more money if you're going to take it out.
Even if it was metal, I probably would have been mad that day too. And I would have gouged you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you take it out. You put it in, you can take it out.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's my take on the furniture in the pool. I feel like there are so many other options that.
I mean, come on. There's no way you don't have enough room in your freaking house to put your damn furniture
or your garage,
or in your garage or whatever.
But also too, like, we do know the direction that the wind is going to be blowing.
Exactly.
So it's not like you can't put it up against the side of the house where it's going to not blow off. I don't know. I've been through a lot of these. I'm not just talking out my ass like, oh, what if you do this? Like, I've been through this shit. I know how, like.
I agree.
Yep.
100%.
Okay. So here, let's get to the couple of bullet points, the couple of caveats, if you will.
Okay.
So the question is, and this is still from the same infographic, should I throw my deck furniture into my pool before the storm? And the answer is, in general, no. So I agree with that.
Set it in nicely. Don't throw it.
Yes, throwing items in your pool. No, that's what they're saying, and that's the part I don't. Yes,
Come
that's
on.
the part. That's the part.
I think the word throw does not really mean like I'm just gonna throw it in. I think it just means like put it
we
in the
don't
pool.
want it. We don't want it to be in the water at all. Is what we are saying.
Yes.
So they're saying don't throw it into your pool. You can gently place them, which is almost. It reminds me of like a brother and a sister fighting, going like, "I'm not touching you. I'm not." You know, it's like. I don't know if that's a good analogy or whatever, but it just makes me think of like, oh, I didn't throw it. I gently
That's
placed
just
it.
being
Like,
too literal. Too literal.
it's still in the pool, and the point is we don't want it in the pool. So whatever.
Exactly.
Don't teleport it into the pool either.
Get it away from the pool. Just get it away from the pool.
Yes,
That's
exactly. So here's some tips for the pool and patio. Trim your trees, which is what they said, and I'm gonna go ahead and say if you do decide to trim your trees and have lawn debris, just put it in your garage.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to have lawn debris outside before a storm. Just saying.
Because I'm gonna quote who is it? I'm gonna quote Ron. Oh, it was Ron White. It's not that the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing.
Right, it could be a missile. Exactly.
The wind at however many miles per hour can launch a 2x4 through a tree as if it were an arrow.
Right.
So yeah. That's why we say put your lawn stuff. If you have trippings and clippings is what I was just about to say.
There you go.
Clippings and trimmings. You should not have those. Secure all your items. Fasten them down. They should be moved. Toys. We actually have a trampoline that we have to figure out what we're going to do with after this.
Trampoline? When the hell did you get a trampoline?
Yes, my son bought it.
Where the hell
before
is
he
it?
moved. It's in my backyard.
Well, I've never jumped on it before. What the hell?
Oh my God. I wish you wouldn't. You're not invited to jump on my trampoline ever.
I've never seen it.
I don't even think you've seen my backyard.
I actually saw your backyard yesterday or Sunday when I took your son. And
you would have seen the trampoline because it's in the backyard. So anyway, that wraps up the hurricane preparedness portion. Do you have any other tips for people? Do you have anything to add to that?
Let's see. If you're a pool
don't
person,
drain. No
charge
furniture.
Extra for hurricane cleanup. Don't be dumb. Charge extra. It's going to take you extra time to clean. So charge your customers extra. It's an act of God. Put it in your contract. And if you don't have a contract, just put it in your little thing that you tell your customers that you do. Like you clean the filter, you do this, you do that. You charge extra for this, and then this hurricane cleanup is one of them.
Okay.
Don't be dumb.
You heard it here, folks. Do not be dumb. Paulette will slap you if she finds out. Well, I was going to ask, so expand on that. So what constitutes an extra storm cleanup for you? Usually I have gone by if I have to empty my whatever bag I'm using, or if you're vacuuming, I guess you'd have to empty the
like
pump
a couple
basket.
times.
If you have to do that a couple of times, that's extra.
Like
that
more
means
than
you're
once,
doing extra.
Yeah, because normally, so like any pool that I have, I will, if I fill up I know, like I have 6 pools that I go twice a week to because they are a fucking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Not every single time of the day, but or the year, but
they can
certain
be
times of the year. Yeah. I just got a text from the customer that says the pool is overflowing. I'm not sure.
Let it.
Okay.
Good.
Anyways,
it should be.
Anyways, so what were we saying? What was I just saying?
Emptying
charging
your vacuum.
Extra,
you have
charging
twice
extra.
a week.
So
pools.
this is what I do. I just kind of go by. Listen, if this is going to take me longer than what I normally would do to clean your pool, I'm going to charge you for it. And then I just kind of go like maybe $30, maybe $40. Who knows? It just depends.
Whatever
if it's
you're
like
feeling.
crazy, whatever I feel is fair. I don't try to screw my customers over, but if I'm going to be there and spend extra time.
Stupid dog got the headphones or Gabriella's head. I think they're okay.
Anyways, I just kind of like play, I just kind of like figure it out in my head. I don't have a specific amount that I charge everybody.
You don't have
You
like a
could though. You could
formula?
just do like $50. You could do $25, whatever you feel. But I definitely
Maybe
will
like
charge
$25 per extra 15 minutes that you're there.
Yeah, whatever. Because you're going to be working longer. So why not fucking get paid overtime?
Oh, I saw somebody asking, should we be charging? Oh my God, this dog. No.
What'd she do? Bite you?
She did. She nipped me.
Well,
Idiot.
fuck her.
I don't think she meant to, but I don't know. Forgot what we were saying. Dude. Anyway, I totally now completely forgot what I was saying.
Sorry, I did too. Charge accordingly. Charge like we were talking about charging.
Oh, I remember. Someone asked on Facebook if they should be charging extra for chemicals for this hurricane.
Well, hell yes.
And they were like, no, their question was, should I be charging a storm fee or a storm surge fee, or they called it some kind of fee, and they were like, oh, I just didn't want to hemorrhage chemicals. I feel bad for charging. Like, no, charge for chemicals.
Absolutely.
You
have to put extra in, so charge for them. Jesus Christ, this is why everybody says you don't make any money if you're a pool cleaner. You only make money if you're a repair guy. You could, but now the fucking pool cleaners are idiots and don't fucking charge.
Say
God
that again.
Damn.
Calm down and say it again. So I don't.
Sorry. You know how I get with this shit.
I know.
I'm sorry, but if you use extra chemicals, charge for them, people. Okay? And quit being stupid. That's what I'm gonna say. You're fucking putting extra chemicals, charge for them. Why wouldn't you? It's costing you money. Why do you think you can't charge these people? This is why homeowners fucking can just, this is why you lose accounts so easily. They can replace you so easily. And we can replace them. That's the great thing. We can replace them just as easy as they can replace us. But it's because
no, well, not as easily, because it's getting harder to find cheaper pools or cheaper pool companies, I guess. Why? I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I hope.
No, it kind of. I don't know. Some people are still doing them for really fucking cheap, and you're like, you're not making any fucking money at $100 a month, people. Not at all.
No,
not at all. You're fucking whatever. No.
Okay, maybe we should save this for a behind the scenes.
Let's just move forward.
Let's move on. Yeah, so I guess we can now move on from hurricane topics, because this is our second that we've gone through the state of Florida, well, all of this area in a week. Didn't this one just hit last fucking week?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
On the other side, yeah.
And I mean, here we go again. So
yeah. It sucks for the people on the West Coast, because
it absolutely does.
They just probably got all their shit cleaned up, and now it's happening again. And they're going to be working overtime again. They have to be. Like I know in 2004, that's when I started my own company. Was in 2004, and that's when Francis and Jean
was it
hit. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was earlier than that. Oh
nope,
no, you were still working. I gotcha.
Yeah, I left that company and started my own, and that's how I actually got a lot of my customers, because I didn't have a lot of accounts at that point, and so people were calling me to come and do storm cleanup for them, because they're like, I mean, I feel bad, but I mean, there was only 2 people that I know that it happened to, that we are actually friends now, that they were like, hey, my pool person never showed up. And I was like, okay, and I went and did it. But we are still friends. I didn't know them at the time that it happened, but we become friends, and we can laugh about that. It only happened with 2 people.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, really, I kind of, I feel like well, first of all, I would never do it to a friend that I know,
Well, but it's
anyways.
also like you got to realize that like people are busy, pool companies are busy, everyone's busy, everyone's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
So,
But at
you
that
know,
point, I didn't even have a full route at that point, so I was able to do it. But now I would never, now somebody could be like, I couldn't get to a customer and they could call somebody, and fucking take over my account, which would totally piss
well,
me
yeah.
off. But you know what I mean? So,
No, I get it.
yeah,
All right.
anyways.
Well, you said you had a news story. What was
Well, do
it?
you want to end it on the storm or you just want to do a news story since that's kind of
How
what we
long have
do
we been doing
anyways?
this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I could
do
do just a quick
wait,
one.
we're at
I'm just
41
going to
minutes. Okay,
paraphrase
you
it
do
all.
one and I have one and I'll just do it
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah, I'm just going to paraphrase this article, but it was in the New York Post on July 30th, 2024. So basically it says homeowner finds stranger swimming in the backyard after ex-tenant leases the pool for $35 on the Swimply.
Wait, what? The tenant rented the
Yeah,
pool?
homeowner finds strangers swimming in their backyard pool after ex-tenant leases the
Ex-tenant.
pool for $35 on the Swimply app. So there's an app,
Ah.
Swimply, obviously, that you can rent your pool out, which I think is bullshit. But you're just opening up a lot of fucking liability for yourself because if
Yeah,
somebody
and
drowns or gets hurt in your pool, that is not good.
well,
Just
I Rudy
my
and I
take on it.
Rudy and I talked about Swimply a little bit. I'm not going to like really go into detail about it because that's not what we're talking about. But they do provide you with like insurance. Swimply like covers a
Uh,
lot of stuff. So like, but I don't know what the drowning situation, if that's like what kind of, I don't know what that is. I do
no,
know that Swimply does have some sort of insurance.
gotcha.
Um,
So this is what
um,
happened. So a
go ahead.
Canadian, I'm sorry, were you done?
No, go ahead. I wasn't.
Okay. So a Canadian woman came home to find a family of strangers soaking up the sun in her pool. They arrived and there was a car in the parking spot. They were kind of curious about that. And then getting these stupid pop-ups on here. So annoying. Then she said there was a little family swimming in the pool with three cute little girls. The family of five told
Aw.
them the bewildered homeowner that they had rented out the pool on Swimply.
Swimply.
Thank you. They had paid $35 to take a dip in the pool.
For how long? An hour?
Yeah, for an hour. And then, but the homeowner is not the one that put it on the market. Then it says, the listing looked completely authentic. It showed various different pictures of the pool and different angles and stuff. My phone's going crazy with these ads.
How?
It said that they were allowed to have crazy parties. They were allowed to have animals. They were, alcohol was okay. All this shit.
The
And then
renters? Like the pool
the
renters?
Swimply ad said that. I'm not going to read it anymore. The Swimply ad said your pets are allowed, alcohol is allowed, parties are
Oh,
allowed
shit.
for
Ooh,
$35.
I wonder if it was like a get back at the homeowner for
Well,
some reason
so
kind of
what?
thing. Like a revenge.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking too. So then the people, it was a family of three little girls and a mom and dad. So they obviously weren't doing drugs or doing anything crazy in the
Yeah.
pool. But apparently, when the homeowners called the police or whatever, they were like, "There's nothing they could do because it was an ad." But they realized that it was a former tenant that did it. So
Hmm.
either this former tenant was just doing it like while they were living there, and was just
Got
renting it
to
out
take the ad
while they,
down or something?
yeah, and then never took the ad down or something. That's what I'm kind of
Huh.
thinking, but
That's crazy.
I know. So,
Well, if I'm thinking that they were kind of trying to create like an Animal House type situation and for the to trash the house. I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Well, it could
That's
have
my
either
thought
been
process.
that they were like they were disgruntled and pissed off, and so they were just going to let anybody come rent, or they were doing it
Just
anyways, maybe just
trying to
to
make
have
money.
fun and meet people. Maybe they were just like partiers too, and they didn't
Yeah.
care. I don't
I
know.
don't know. That's interesting.
Crazy. I know. That was it. Everything was
I
good.
wanted to I wanted to get an above ground pool and rent it on Swimply.
Oh no, don't do it.
And I was gonna get like
I remember
plummet
you
up
telling me about that.
nice with like a nice pump and a nice filter and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that.
Don't do it. Yeah,
No.
I did an Airbnb in my house, and like it was okay, but I was tired of people being not in my house, but like on the separate
On the
area of my
side.
house. So they weren't in my house with me, but they would walk over by the pool, and then I'd come home from work, and there'd be people in my swimming pool, and I'm just like,
Oh
just
no.
I did it for 2 years, and it was good.
Yeah.
I made money on it, but I'm glad that I don't do it anymore. I closed it down.
Yeah. Seems like a lot
And
of
I,
stress.
well, with
Especially
my
if you're
home,
there. I would imagine like if you're not there living there, it would probably be
yeah. And I also
okay,
had,
better.
yeah, but I also didn't allow children, so no children were swimming in my pool. And it was basically only couples were allowed, and it was
Mhm.
always like older people. So it wasn't
Gotcha.
like fucking crazy ass partiers or anything.
Ass partiers?
Well, whatever, you know. Maybe.
Crazy. So, all right. Well, cool. Let's
Okay, pause really quick. I have to take a pee break.
pause. All
Thank
right.
you.
We need to
Hold
work on
on.
segues.
Okay, pause.
And I don't mean like the ones that you ride. I saw a guy on a Segway the other day and I almost ran him over because he was in the fucking road. Cleanup of Massachusetts pool with salsa jar found inside cost over $12,000, report says.
With salsa?
Oh, this is... Huh?
With a salsa jar?
Salsa. Okay, let's play a fun game. This game is going to be called How Do You Pronounce This City in Massachusetts? Okay? Ready? I'm going to spell it for you. I want you to tell me how to pronounce it because I know the correct pronunciation. I know how they say it there.
Okay.
Okay, ready? It's spelled Needham.
Needham.
Yay, you got it right.
Oh, it's not Needham?
It's not
Needham.
Needham. No, it's Needham. So the closure of a Needham pool this summer, where a broken jar of salsa was found, cost the town $12,657.
You know why? Because the pool guy charged them extra to clean that shit.
And we brought it back around, folks, and we brought it back around.
As
on
he
July
should.
14th.
As she should.
As we all should. On July 14th, a broken jar was seen next to the pool at the Rosemary Recreation Complex, with shattered glass found inside the pool, the news website reported. A finalized breakdown of expenses obtained by Boston.com showed the total cost. The pool needed to be fully drained, vacuumed, refilled, and recalibrated. State Senator Becca Rausch wrote in a Facebook post after the discovery. At the time, Rausch said the cleanup would cost the town between $15,000 and $20,000. So they kind of saved some money on there. Maybe they went with the cheapest guy. Most of the cleaning costs came out of the operating budget of the Needham Park and Recreation Department, Boston.com reported. Overtime for public works employees was paid out of Department of Public Works budget. So it was the city that did it. Director of Communications, Community Engagement, Amy Haleson, told the news website. Overtime pay made up more than half of the cost at around $7,000. $7,397, the report read. The town also paid $3,000 for an on-call contractor and $1,300 for pool chemicals. The individual who had the jar was not asked to pay for cleanup costs. The incident was considered accidental. But see, did they have signs? Like, I guess maybe they were being nice.
No, they had to have. In Florida, all the signs say no glass.
Say no glass.
Don't they?
They should. I think they have to. To reopen the pool, town officials had to drain it, power wash it, and vacuum with the wet dry vac. refill the pool, rebalance the chemicals in the water, and then retest it for bacteria, according to the department. That sounds like something that you just say to people, right? We're going to test it for bacteria.
Yeah, that part of it does.
I think some
That's
people actually do
bogus.
test for bacteria. The incident was avoidable and unfortunate, the department said in July. The pool reopened July 18th, which both the Parks and Recreation Department and Roush announced and praised that same day on Facebook.
Well,
The end.
that person probably should have been charged a little bit, like money, not
I think that
criminal
would bring your
activity.
own.
Maybe not allowed to come back to the pool.
I think that was a bring your own salsa situation, and they should be asked to maybe have like a mandatory vacation from the pool for like a week, and then just be like, yo, you cannot bring shit in here again, or your key card's revoked, my friend. That's what I would do if I was a HOA member.
Oh, is that what it was? Is that where it was at HOA? It wasn't like a community pool, like
no, it was. I think it was a community pool, but that's just me.
Yeah.
If I was a board member, if I was in charge, if anybody asked me, that's my solution to the problem.
I agree. Well, you know what? Then monitor the whole area better, and not let people have glass.
Or offer a delicious yet affordable salsa in a
plastic bowl,
in a plastic container. Offer
that's a great
pool safe snacks.
True that.
But people are just going to do whatever the fuck they want anyway. So
yeah, I know.
I mean, take that stupid lady that wants to drain her pool. I mean, go ahead, drain your pool. Like, I really don't care. And then she wanted to send me like 6 messages that were like a whole phone screen long. Like, I do not care what you do with your pool. You're not my customer. Like, I'm not going to come fix your fucking pool. You didn't pay me for anything. I'm not, go do it. Go ahead. Just whatever.
Well, I will tell you what I did for my own pool. I did not drain it. I have not yet turned the pump off, but I'll probably maybe turn the pump off. And I took all my furniture inside, and I did not cut an oopsie.
Did you just break your own necklace?
I dropped the ear thing out of my ear. Hold on. And I did not trim any trees because I'm not going to bring them in my house. I'm not going to bring tree branches in my house.
Trees and pool furniture? Like, what the hell? No, I'm not trimming trees. I don't have a pool, so.
Well, yeah, I didn't do that. But you know what I am going to do? Somebody told me. So I have bricks all around my pool deck, and I have weeds that grow like fucking crazy. So I'm going to go sprinkle a bag of salt around my bricks. Somebody told me that would kill all the weeds, so I'm going to go try it.
I think that is a correct hack. That is a decent one.
I've heard it, for years now. So I'm actually going to go do it while I have no furniture out there.
Oh,
so then the salt will get wet and soak down into
and soak it and spread around. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You can definitely.
Maybe I won't have to fucking weed eat anymore out there. I don't have to weed eat.
I mean, for a while.
Yeah, probably. I won't have to weed eat my fucking pavers.
Your pavers. Oh,
that's what I do.
All right. Well, you want that to be it? You want to go? You want to be done?
I think that's it. We're good.
Yeah. So everyone, stay safe. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, and sorry, Rudy, we didn't get this to you yesterday, but somebody was MIA yesterday.
Well, I was busy.
Won't tell me where she went.
It's none of your goddamn business, and I will thank you to stay out of my personal affairs. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, thanks for listening. Stay safe. I said that already. Listen to the other Talking Pools shows. Send us emails if you have questions, and if you want to sponsor us, let us know.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll gladly promote your product as long as we like it.
Which we will.
It depends on the product, my friend.
If you're a pool builder, we won't, though. Just kidding.
If you're a pool builder, get the hell off of my show because you guys are mean. I'm just kidding. Let's be friends.
We are.
We should get builders on the show. For real. I won't throw anything, I promise. I mean, it's online, so. It'd be hard to throw. Okay, that's it. Bye.
All right. Bye. See you next
See you
Tuesday.
next Tuesday. That's the one. That's it. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.